Warning, Maggie's dumb. Oh, I hate her. I used to like her. No, I hate her.
Never liked her.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Supergirl, Season 3, Episode 5. I forgot the name. I had it, and then I lost it. Damage. That's right.
I was going to say Maggie's stupid.
I'm your host, Dom. Joining me is Nikki and Rachel.
Hey.
How's it going?
Tired?
Yeah.
It's cold.
Oh, it's so cold. Look at me. I'm like...
I know. I have a long sleeve
Eskimo.
shirt on.
I'm in short sleeves.
I have a long sleeve
Freezing.
shirt underneath my cardigan, comfy pants, and I'm just like, I'm cold.
It's freezing.
You can't feel the cold though, Dom.
That's true.
You're dead anyways.
It's true.
Yep.
So, Alex and Maggie, let's get right into the part of the episode I hated the most.
Oh my god.
I do have to give them a little credit, as in the writers, because this is not a let me write off another lesbian couple's love story and tragedy and, you know, death and all that, like the typical TV trope that exists right now for breakups, and especially lesbian relationships for some strange reason that I don't see a correlation for, but they were actually kind of mature about it. Like, they walked away without a fight, you know? Like, that's the mature part, but Maggie, you know, she's just sitting there not budging on her stance at all, and she's expecting Alex to change hers, and that's what bugs me. She didn't even, like, consider the fact that maybe she could get by, you know, wanting kids when she never did. Understand, feelings are strong in certain departments or whatever, but if she really cared for Alex as much as she said she did, she would have considered. I'm not even... Changing her mind is not what I'm mad at her for not doing. It's not even considering changing. So, like, could I have kid? No. Like, not on the table at all. So...
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been saying it, you know, there's, you know, you be like, okay, this is what I want now, this is what you want now. We'll reevaluate this in a couple years. Okay. We know it's a sticking point, you know, kind of thing. Maybe not get married, maybe put off the wedding for a couple years to see how it goes. Or if you do want to get married, be like, okay, well, this is what I want. Can you accept that kind of thing? You know?
Yeah.
People change.
It felt like Alex was expecting, or no, not Alex. Maggie was like, you know, oh shit, she wants kids, and then like the next day they're gonna have a bouncy little baby in a fucking crib. Like, that's how I feel like Maggie was looking at it. Like, oh no, if I consider wanting kids, oh, tomorrow we're gonna have kids. Like, she just
don't want to go to the fraternity clinic or
that's
something.
Not how that works, sweetheart.
I respect Maggie. I mean, I respect Alex for having the talk with Maggie when it was clearly bothering her before they got married. Right? It would be a terrible thing to bring up after they got married, so I respect that decision of doing it beforehand. But then, you know, we had the breakup, we had the packing your shit up, where, you know, they're kind of not talking to each other, and then we had breakup sex. Then they still decide to break up, and then, you know, it ends with Maggie saying to Alex, "You're going to be a great mom." So, you know, it's a little reassuring in that department for Alex that, you know, like, Maggie still believes in her, even though they're not going to be together, kind of thing. But as Red Bandit in chat says, honestly, Maggie and Alex stuff has such little to do with the episode that I just really didn't care. Just wanted them to get back to the Lena story, and I 100% agree. The Alex Maggie thing was my least favorite part of the episode. It kind of dragged it out a bit. Because it was split up in little chunks all over the place.
My least favorite part of the last 2 seasons.
The last 3 seasons.
I don't have anything against it. Like, but to me, Maggie and Alex didn't click. Never did.
I do think Maggie brought a better person out of Alex, and vice versa. And Maggie even said that. She said she's become a better person because of Alex. But I do agree this has been kind of one of the weaker stories of all the character arcs right now.
Yeah, and I think for Maggie to say this has nothing to do with my past is kind of not true.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not true. You saw the lie come out. It's not really a lie. It's just, you saw the way she reacted with her dad, and how she reacted about hearing about her mom.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with her past, even though she says it's not.
Yep. It's like she wants, like I said, I've said it before, she wants Alex to be honest with her and truthful, and stuff, but she's not the same with Alex.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't the only characters that have conflict with each other. This episode, a bad, poor relationship. I mean, we have Lena and Jimmy, have an equally poor one. They're not in a relationship together, but they are business partners. They're still partners to a degree,
They don't respect each other.
They don't.
And that's the problem.
Lena owns the place, so she feels that she can just do whatever she wants without consulting him, but he is one of the top employees there, and you usually consult with some of your employees, especially the top ones, when you go to make changes. Without anything. James is just kind of upset that ads and stuff that are being run disguisingly run through the paper, basically paid advertisements, this review of this restaurant, this place is fantastic, kind of, paid ads without being ads.
Right.
So she's like, we have to cover our overhead. This is the only way, whatever. I'm sure James would have understood had they had sat down and talked about it.
Right.
So they're dealing with this conflict when news breaks. We see Luke, Ruby's friend, just fall over.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and we're dealing with that, and it's lead poison. We see Morgan Edge on TV while they're having this discussion, and he starts blaming Lena for her lead dispersal bomb.
Of course. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Oh, the whole Lena and Jimmy thing. She's not used to having to consult with anyone else because she's used to running her own business.
Right.
So it's a new thing for her, and it's a new thing for Jimmy for having not being in charge anymore, kind of thing. So, yeah, there's that. Mm-hmm. And they have to learn that they can't just assume the other person knows how to do it, and she doesn't. She's never owned a business paper before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but then with this whole Morgan Edge thing going down, James comes in and he's like, "Look, I think you should step down from Catco," and Kara's just like, "No, that's admitting guilt," and Lena's like, "No, look, we have to remain impartial, And not only do I have to step down from Catco, I have to step down from L Corp as well. We need to hold a press conference immediately. And in the meantime, James could run Catco, and she's got enough people, especially with Samantha and stuff helping out now, enough people to do L Corp without her." So they do the press conference. Lena's talking to the crowd. They're starting off like boos and, hatred and spewing all stuff. But she does get to a point where the crowd calms down, and it seems like she's level-headedly speaking to the crowd, and they're kind of understanding. They may not still be happy with her, but they're still understanding, where she's coming from too. And then someone in the crowd decides they're going to pull a gun out and shoot up the conference. Luckily, no one died. But 2 people took a bullet. We had James primarily take the bullet. He got hit right in the shoulder.
Having a hard time soloing.
And Lena later is happy that, not happy, but I mean, she goes to Jen. She's like, my friends who take bullets for me, they call me Lena, And James is like, oh yeah. So they kind of smooth things over. So unlike Alex and Maggie, these 2 have actually patched things up. They're in a better direction. The other person that was hit is Ruby's mother, Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
Except she didn't know she got shot. She just has a bullet hole in her shirt. She finds the crushed bullet in her jacket, which Ruby had pointed out she had the hole in her shirt. So, yeah, this leaves us. Samantha's really going, what the hell is going on with my powers, you know?
Well, she doesn't know she has powers.
What the hell is going on with me?
Yeah.
Me.
Well, yeah. So.
And she's having nightmares, and apparently so is Kara. She's having nightmares too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're having nightmares about kind of the same thing.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be. But Wynn starts running tests on Lena's device, this lead dispersal bomb. Finds out that there is way more of a percentile chance that it did infect the air than originally thought. It was a 10.21% chance that the kid's lead poisoning was in fact Lena. Lena, in turn, she gives up on herself and drinks herself stupid. She's staying at Samantha's house. And Kara and Samantha go super sleuthing. Samantha hacks into some bank statements. Kara breaks them into a swimming pool that all the affected kids had stayed at.
Mm-hmm.
And they find Akerly, but they were calling it Acre. And I know it said acre, but they said Acre like 3 times, and it was really getting on my nerves. But Akerly Chemicals, where they specialized in like chlorine additives for swimming pools and stuff like that. But this turns out it's actually a subsidiary of Morgan Edge's company that was like back asset. Yeah, he bought it 10 years ago, something like that. Apparently sold it 2 years ago, and he has that as his alibi. But instead of chlorine, there was a synthetic chemical in it that mimicked the symptoms of lead poisoning. So that's why it appeared all these people. So luckily, L-Corp was able to synthesize a cure, and the kids are okay now. But Lena decides to confront Morgan Edge, and in the process, she gets knocked out. She gets thrown on an airplane that is remote piloted, filled to the brim of this Akerly chemicals to disperse into ocean water and city water and all kinds of stuff, and totally ruin everything. And then Lena's really going to be put to blame. But for one moment, I don't understand how they didn't realize to shut the radio off, or destroy the radio, or not put the radio in like before putting Lena on this plane ride. Like how can they oversight that?
Well, taking out the radio is a little hard. Yeah, disabling it, yes, I could have, but not taking it out because that's part of the plane. Yeah. That's a little different. But yeah, I don't understand that. Did they not think she's smart enough? She's smart enough. She owns her own like Fortune 500 company. She's doing amazing. She's a scientist.
But because Lena was able to get a half partial distress call out, Supergirl was able to fly up to the plane, save the day, save Lena. Plane split in half. She's got Lena crawling up because she can't hold the lighter end of the plane for some reason. The plane was split at like the nose of the plane, and Lena's down there, and she can't hold both ends. I don't know. It just felt weird to me. I don't know. But Lena had to crawl up, hold on, basically showing that she believes in herself again. And then when Supergirl goes to confront Morgan later, he covered his tracks, saying, "Oh, it was this other guy out, that he had shoot this terminal. You have gun residue on your hand." Then shoots him with said gun, and all this stuff to put the blame on somebody else and write it off. That way he could blame Lena for it without getting his hands dirty, so to speak. But yeah,
this actor plays some asshole to the point that you want to kill him yourself.
Yeah, I mean, he's most famously known from Heroes. And Nathan, and he was a huge dick in that series too. So
he's also some sort of businessman, politician in that show as well. So he's kind of typecasted a little bit.
He was a military guy and Shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is typecast, but at the same time, it's like this one. As much as I didn't like him in Shield, this one I really don't like him.
Yeah. See, Red Band Check goes, Acre? Isn't that the Demolitions Company from the Looney Tunes?
No, that's Acme.
Acme.
That's Acme.
Yeah. No, I know, but that was the joke they made in the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then we had found out that Samantha had taken the bullet right after that. So, I don't know, this was a pretty straightforward episode. It seemed like a lot of what they did, they focused on Maggie and Alex, and it was a little too much for my liking.
Well, they focused on two. They just focused on the lead poisoning and Alex and Maggie.
Yeah, they also focused on characters. They didn't bring too many other side characters in. Like, we saw a little bit of Jimmy, we saw a little bit of Wynn. It was just enough to, help the two lines along.
I don't even think we saw John Jones.
We didn't. We heard from him. We heard of him.
We heard his voice at the end because when, Alex is dealing with the breakup and she calls Kara and she's in the bar and she's like, look, when you and Mon-El, and you said that if I ever lost Maggie, I'd be in a bar drinking myself. And she goes, you were right, chalk one up to Supergirl. And then Kara is like, Alex, we're going home. And she calls John Jones and is like, look, me and Alex need a few days off. We won't be at the DEO for a few days. So
going home. It's the best place to go, really. It depends on your home. I mean, if your mom was Eliza, I'm pretty sure that'd be fine.
Yeah, maybe.
If your mom was Eliza.
Yes.
I'd be like, okay, I'll go home.
Yeah.
I mean, if your home is also in a convenient location that you could access without having to, fly hundreds of miles, which is, I know why Nikki's making the face. It's because mainly going through, like, customs and airport security and all that is the biggest hassle.
Mm-hmm.
But
where my mom lives is not even where I grew up, so it's not even like going home.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole Maggie Alex thing pissed me off. It just really
didn't
made me
piss
mad.
me off. It just took up too much of the episode. So
the fact that Maggie wasn't even willing to budge and realizing that Alex was willing to go through with this, knowing that she didn't want. I mean, Alex was going to give up all this stuff, and Maggie doesn't want to give up anything.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to budge about anything, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Who knows? Maybe Alex will find herself a nice alien girl.
Maybe. I'm interested to know where the Lena and Jimmy thing is going to go, because I think they would actually make an interesting couple. I don't think that's the direction. I don't think it's the direction it's heading.
I don't think so either.
But I would like to see it.
I don't know.
So.
I don't know.
You guys have anything else for this episode? Like I said, this episode was really short. It was straightforward. There wasn't a lot of side plot. It was Alex and Maggie. It was the lead poisoning. It was Samantha finding out her bullet power at the last 5 seconds of the episode.
Yeah, and kind of building up Edge's dick bag douche nozzle character.
Yeah.
Just really, I mean, just how far he's willing to go to fuck over Lena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, seriously, dude, it's like he like, she called him a bad name. You're a poopy head. Now he's like, I'm gonna destroy you. You know what I mean? It's like, there has to be something else. There's something else behind it. Maybe her mom fucked with him or something. And
Maybe.
I don't know,
but he had a point when he was talking to Supergirl when she's like, I can do things to you. He's like, what? Leave me on a barge in the middle of the ocean? Wow, that's, that wastes really, 3 hours of my day.
And $20 in dry cleaning.
Yeah.
It's really $30, whatever. It's really inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. He's a super dick. I love him as a dick. I don't like the character so much, but
we're not supposed to like the character.
No, I know, but I love the role at the same time. You know, like, don't like the character. I love the actor. I think he's doing fantastic. So
he doesn't seem like a super, powerful villain, but he's still a pain in the ass enough to, foil plans for people that we care about in the show, like Lena. So yeah, his role is being played well, but the character itself seems to be lacking so far.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah. Well, next episode is called Midvale. Kara and Alex head home to Midvale for a little R&R. While there, Kara recalls a painful memory of a childhood friend's death and how that traumatic experience brought the Danvers sisters closer together. Isabel Vidovic plays young Kara, and Olivia Nikakin plays young Alex in flashbacks. So we're going to get some young Danvers sister flashbacks, which I always look forward to. So, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Nikki, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Rachel, where can people find you?
Find me at Twitter at VikingWitch76 and on Twitch at VikingWitch.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. And you can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Facebook, and right here on YouTube and Twitch at /ASO TV Podcast for some of your favorite podcasts of TV, some of your favorite TV shows. Still gotta get used to the new intro. Till next time.
Outro.
Intro, outro. One of those.
Put your left foot in, put your left foot out.